Hello and welcome to Joker Gaming. My name is Broke Joker, and today we will be doing part 10 of our Germany No Step Back DLC build. If you missed the first 9 parts of this series, go ahead and click on the icon on the upper right hand corner of your screen now. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, due to the recent updates, we have not been producing any videos. You know, the updates have been kind of messing with the build a little bit, so we are going to push on, damn the updates we're going to be pushing on anyway. So, let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, first things first, go ahead, if you haven't already, let Italy be a part of your little band of brotherhood over here. Go ahead and invite them to war and everything. Next, make sure that you have war bonds on, and then go ahead and let's go ahead and start looking through all of our stuff right here. So we're going to have no rubber, okay, at least for a little bit. So go ahead and get as much rubber as you can. This is going to be the game during these build-up videos, so you know you're in for the long haul now. Now for your navy, okay, we put them in these tiles over here, right? And then our other group of subs is right here, training in the Bay of Biscay. As soon as they are up to level 3, don't wait for me to tell you, but go ahead and just start moving them over into your reserves right here. Now, be on the lookout. So I separate my reserves because what tends to happen is you'll even get surface ships, right, in this reserve for some reason. I don't know why. Like, we didn't tell them to go there. They just automatically do that. So just be on the lookout. Make sure to look for it. You'll get subs, too, that are level 1 trying to hide in there. So just go ahead and send them over here to be trained up to level 3. Same with your surface ships. Right now, we are building up our surface ships. I don't know if I told you guys this before. Make sure to not train them until after you take out Denmark right here. So as soon as Denmark is taken out, then go ahead and start training them, because the Danish belts are now closed to all of our enemies. So this is a safe zone for everybody. Alright, last time we took out Norway, let's go ahead and check out what we did for our Navy. We're sinking some ships out here. It's okay. You know, not too good, not too bad. You know, just make sure to keep on top of that. Make sure that you guys keep moving your ships over. Now, we will be building some guys here in 1 second. Let's go ahead and check out our production tab. This is where we're at right now. So like I told you before, our battleships are going to be upgrading. I don't know why. Okay, so our battleships upgraded for no reason. Like, they say that they need to be upgraded, right? So, like, they completely did a new template. I don't know why. So, normally what would happen is, let's say your battleship gets tech that it can upgrade it, right? Well, normally what will happen is your battle cruiser will also need to be upgraded, right? But something has happened to where the battle cruiser doesn't need to be upgraded, only the battleship. So it's kind of weird. So go ahead, let's click those onto 1. We only want 1 of this iteration to be built, and then we will build more here in a second. Now, last time we put in 2 things of subs, and then 1 thing of destroyers, 1 thing of light cruisers, and then we want to go ahead and add on our... Nope, sorry. Let's exit that out. We want to go ahead and add on 2 battleships, 2 heavy cruisers, and then 2 battle cruisers, right? So this is where we're going to have a pretty decent navy. We're not going to have an American-sized navy where it's like 220 ships by the time they're done, you know, or however many. It's over 200, all right? It's a ridiculous amount of ships. We're just trying to do the best we can with our 40 right now. So go ahead and make sure to add them to the relevant fleet, and then let's go ahead and move over to this division tab. Now is the time to upgrade our division template. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, mechanized. This is going to be all mechanized right here, and then we want to add 3 more mechanized to those 3 squares right there. Now, we did that the medium SP anti-air before. Go ahead and add 2 of these bad boys in. Then go ahead and fill out the rest of these slots. We are going for 40 width. I know 40 width ain't meta right now, but you know, they work. So they work. These things are going to like cut like a hot knife through butter. Look at this breakthrough. It's over 1,000 breakthrough, right? This thing is going to shred anything it comes up against. Like, it's just going to drill a hole right through Russia. So it's not even going to be funny. So this is our template for our tanks. I've moved them to unicorn. I don't know why, because they constantly friggin' giving everybody the shaft. I don't know. So you can make it any icon you guys wish. Go ahead and save that, lock it in. And then we want 12 of them, right? So we want 2 army groups of 12. Go 12. I put it in Brandenburg. You guys can put them at wherever you want. We have enough Marines. And then now we need motorized. Go ahead, 20 motorized. Now, the point behind these motorized, right? So what we're going to do is, see how our tanks that we currently have right here, they're on the line. We're going to put motorized right behind it. So what's going to happen is the tanks are gonna break through the enemy line, and then the motorized is gonna rush in there and start taking all those tiles. Okay, they're gonna be our backup force. They're gonna be our holding force. So then that way, when our tanks are kind of spread out, or when they're breaking through, or when they're spread out, they are gonna be there to. So then that way they can't be surrounded, and so then that way we can actually start, progressing. Regular infantry is just way too slow. We want to move fast, so motorized gives us the speed that we need in order to, just start kicking butt. So because we did that, we want to go ahead and move on up here. Add 50 into our Panzer IVs. Go ahead, come down here. I only have 19 out of 30 into my my motorized armored division, right? So go ahead, add 30, and make sure that you guys get a full stack of 30 out of these. Okay, we need all 30 because we're 6,575 behind now. So, or that's me. If you guys are a little bit better, good for you. But go ahead, we want to make sure to get all 30 into here. Go ahead, they took away a mill out of our guns too, so go ahead and make sure you drop it down to 10. And then you at least get 10 mils in there. We don't want to fall behind in guns when we're right, in the middle of Russia. We don't want to do that. So the rest of this stuff is looking pretty good. We could drop a few more mils in here. So let's go ahead and drop let's go ahead and drop our arty down to 15, right? Because we have 13,000 of them, and we're going to still be building them. 10 potential mils to go into fighter 2s. Go ahead and add another 10 into support equipment. Add 5 into our CAS. We want another 5. We want another 5 into our trucks, even though it's motorized. We want another 5 into our trucks. Go ahead and add another 10 into heavy fighters, 10 into tactical bombers, 5 into our trains. Even though our trains aren't really going to be a big issue during this build, but or during this playthrough, so an extra 5 will be okay. Go ahead and add an extra 10 into our naval bombers, and then, round out the Toad AA and make it a solid 10. Now, go ahead and add 5 onto our Toad anti-tank. They don't need a lot, and then go ahead and add another 5 onto our improved SPs. We're going to have enough of these by the time we go to war. Don't worry about it. That's the whole reason why we're building up. Now, we have taken over France. Go ahead and add in another stack of civs. We are always going to be building civs, and these are the 3 slots we are going to be building the civs in for the time being. Okay, so whenever you run out of civs to build, go to these other 2 provinces right here. These are going to be your civ bank right here. Okay, so next we want to go ahead and add a fuel silo right here. Max it out at 3, and then we want to go ahead and get two things of two synthetic refineries. One right here in Poznan, and the other one right here. I can't say that. Katowice, whatever. You get what I mean. Right there. 3 more right there. Go ahead and raise up the 2 synthetic factories above the fuel silos, and now we are good to go on our synthetics and fuel silos. This is how you guys should look right now. We're almost done with our mills. I understand there might be a little inconsistency. I had to restart this multiple times, and plus the updates are kind of killing me. So if you just look as close to this as possible, you're on the right track. Now, throughout this whole game, two things to remember. Like I already told you guys before, civs we're always going to be building. We are always going to be building dockyards, okay? Always. Just keep throwing dockyards up there. Every single time dockyards are done, just keep throwing them up there. We're going to build a massive amount of ships, or as many ships as possible. In order to do that, we need those dockyards. So, as you can see, we have outdated equipment. It's our battleship 2, which we already know that. Nobody cares. All right, make sure you have war bonds on. You should be doing improved worker conditions right now. The rest of this stuff, it doesn't really matter. You can invest in the Turkish state if you want to. This is one of the only ways to get Turkey on your side, okay? So, I understand it's a little, it's a little pain in the butt to do, but you can have them like you all you want, but they're never going to join you. The only way I've ever got Turkey to join me was by consistently doing these right here. Like, so, I don't know if you have to do more than the allies or what, but I actually got Turkey one time to join me by doing these. So, just a little FYI for you guys, if you guys are interested in having Turkey be on your side. After we take out Russia, we're going to take out Russia so quick that Turkey, even if Turkey joins the allies, they will never attack us. Like, no joke, I've had Turkey join the allies, and then I capitulated the USSR, and then they refuse to attack me. But they're already too deep at that point. They're already in the allies. They can't leave the allies. It's an AI. They can't or it's a computer. They can't leave the allies after they've already decided to go with them. So it's too little too late, but they'll just never attack us because now we have them surrounded. They used to actually attack back before the updates, but now they just don't attack. It's kind of depressing. Let's go ahead and move on here. We are at war. This is our casualties. I have 106,000. Everybody else, United Kingdom has 144. Go ahead and look through this. I hope you guys have good ratios. So let's go ahead and keep on moving through that. Make sure you get your doctrines. Like I said in prior videos, make sure you're down here. Schwefferpunkt, whatever. Make sure you guys are down to at least this one. We will eventually make our way down here, but just make sure you're at least down to this one right now. Now, our Naval XP. If you have the Naval XP, go ahead and start adding them in. The one issue with Naval XP, it is so hard, especially after the war starts, to get Naval XP. Especially as Germany. It's craziness. We are constantly in a dire need of Naval XP. Now, as you can see, we have 400. I have 404 Air XP. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to have something different. So let's go ahead and add that XP into our planes. Any Air XP is going into our planes. For right now, we want to upgrade them as much as possible, and then we will move over to our doctrine. So let's go ahead and do that now. This is how I like to do to try to keep it even, make sure that they're at least all on the same level. Okay, right here. Boom. Maxed out fighter 2. Now, don't worry about range, okay? Range, as you can see, it decreases our reliability, right? Gives us more air attack. It does give us, oh no, it doesn't give, yeah. Does it? Let me see. No, it does not give us more air attack. Okay, it just makes it to where we have a longer range, right? Plus 100 to our range. But the problem is it kills our reliability, right? For just a little bit of range, we get destroyed on the reliability front. So to me, it's not worth it. We are building heavy fighters. They have that range, so we don't really need the range here, So let's go ahead and lock this in. Now, any other spare Air XP, go ahead and lock it into your other airplanes. So let's go ahead and move these over right now. This is my fighter 2. This is my CAS. I understand CAS having one reliability isn't a lot, but every little bit helps. Let's go ahead and silence our doctrines. Make sure to just keep up on your resources, okay? I'm going to leave it to your discretion. As you can see, Romania is our oil piggy bank, and look at how many. So it's 3 civs for 40 oil. We're not going to get any better deal out there. So if you need oil beyond Romania, which you're going to need it, go ahead and make sure to do Venezuela, okay? Don't do Soviet Union, don't do United States, Mexico, nobody, okay? Oh, Colombia, Argentina, you know, I mean, if you want to start coming down here to where you're gonna not get all the resources for that one civ, you know, just stay away from the Allies, okay? Any resource you don't buy off the Allies. Why give them the means to come back and whoop your butt later with? You know what I mean? Like, you're giving them one civ, okay? That's why I don't trade off the USSR, because I'm giving him civs to use against me later. So why do that? You know? So make sure you're building off of, make sure you're buying resources off of people that you are not going to be fighting against later. Now let's go ahead and silence that. Now I do have resistance, of course, like, where's that? In Poland, 31%, that's okay. And then just go ahead and we can now start moving. Now, this is where my planes, I told you guys to set up planes last time. For our forces that are going to be guarding the mainland, we only want them on intercept, okay? So 200 fighters here in Western France, 200 fighters here in the Benelux region, 200 here in the northwest Germany, 200 in Western Germany, and then go ahead 500 casts here going out to the Eastern North Sea. I also have 500 casts right here that are protecting our Norwegian coastline up here. I understand they can't protect the whole coastline, but you know, it's better than nothing. 1,000 fighters into the English Channel, 400 naval bombers, and then I also have I've got whittled away to 500 tactical bombers. Now, while we're here, let's go ahead and add a radar. So hold down Shift and Control, add a radar to Brittany right here, because what that's going to do is that is going to make it to where we pretty much can see everything in the English Channel. Like half of the Eastern North Sea right here. You know, it can make it so then that way our planes could start targeting ships with impunity and just wrecking them. But for right now, as I was saying, the whole thing we are now going to be doing is waiting. So, don't forget, in case you guys already forgot, because I went over a lot of information, don't forget, add Italy right now. Italy can't take away your land anymore, so go ahead and add them. Go ahead and ask Vichy France for their dockyards, since they have been our puppet. That means that we can go to all their docks right here without having to come all the way back to Germany, or because we did not get the dockyards from National Spain. I know is a disappointment. If you guys got the dockyards from National Spain, good on you, okay? But we'll get them later. It's not a real big deal. But for right now, we want some place to go to have our subs go and repair. And right now, it's pretty much these ports right here for Vichy France. So good for us. Now, besides that, we need to add. We'll add cast here in a minute to here. Let's see how much cast we have. We need to add cast right here for later. We do not have enough, so we will add cast there later. Don't worry about it. And now we are pretty much just sitting and waiting. You know, like this is the amazing part of this game. We just want to make sure that our resources are going. Oh, make sure that you have high equipment priority on your tanks. Okay. Now, improved artillery 1 is now done. Go ahead and do the 75 centimeter pack 40. Go ahead and lock that bad boy in now. Now, as you can see, if you went over to your tanks and they have lost, like they dropped down to level 1 again, what I like to do is don't exercise them all together, right? Because you're going to have ones that you're not going to have to exercise, but you might have 1 or 2 that will. So go ahead, click on them like this, hold down Shift, left click on them, then hit the plus mark, add them into a different army group, and then go ahead and exercise them there. As soon as they are back up to level 3, then add them back in. All right, West Wall is now done. Let's go ahead and lock in Atlantic Wall. Keep on rolling. See how our planes are doing. They're not going to do too well as long as we don't have spotting out here. And for our surface fleet, we're not going to add them out just yet. Not just yet. Just keep adding them in, okay? As soon as they're done, just keep adding them in. I know it's kind of a pain in the butt, but, you know, you get such bonuses by doing this. I don't know if I said this before, but look at the attack that we get from this, right? So it's plus 9.90 damage, right? And then plus 6.60 to defense. Now look at a level 1, right? Negative 10 to damage, negative 10 to defense. You don't want to send this guy out there. He's going to get wrecked, right? And you're going to be going through ships or in subs like no one's business. So I don't know why nobody's thought about this before. But, you know, exercise them up to level 3. You exercise your army up to level 3, but you won't do your navy. You know what I mean? So go ahead, make sure you guys are on top of that. Romania is trying to mess with us by canceling their lend-lease, which, you know, what a bunch of asshats. But go ahead and just keep looking at this. Just let these go. Let them train. Just let them train. Let them go. So Turkey deliver a investment portfolio. What? And Bulgaria seeks to join the Axis, and whether we shall. There we go. I am losing subs like no one's business, so let's just go ahead and keep on adding all the ones that we can in here. They're gonna wreck us, okay? Because we have a bunch of tier 1 subs in there, so they are gonna wreck us. Our naval doctrine right here, we're kind of short on. Do not spend too much naval XP. You don't want this thing going to 0, because look how slow that thing is going, right? You don't want this thing, you don't want to drop this thing all the way down to 0, because it's going to take forever to get that back up, all right? Just leave it, let it build up slowly over time. So let's go ahead and keep on looking at our ships. We are good on our ships. All right, Italy has decided to go after Greece for some reason. It's, you know, I mean, obviously they're always going to go after Greece, but normally they go after Yugoslavia first, which is the weird thing. So let's go ahead and add more dockyards to be built up there, and let's go ahead down here and check this bad boy out. Well, they are pushing. Look at that. Wait, is that guy? No, he's not. Oh, look, he's attacking. He's actually doing a pretty good job down here. Look at, and this is all forts right here too. So they actually broke through those forts, which is surprising. I mean, I can't tell you, if you are new to this game, Italy used to be just, you know, so inept that you pretty much had to carry them throughout this whole game. So it's actually very surprising for players who have played this game for a while to see Italy actually be competent, you know, because if this was historical, you know, we'd have to go down there and help them. Now, Advanced Engine 3 is now done. Go ahead and do the Advanced Armor 3 now. Ooh, I know, how fancy. We're getting fancy with it. Now, Italy looks like they are going to be taking... Oh, look at even Belgium. Belgium has finally decided to join in the war. I've had it before. So, Belgium... funny story about Belgium. So, you get that decision, right, where it said Belgium wants Macedon, okay? Well, then, the issue with Macedon is that... you know, they want Macedon, but then they never want to fight for it. You could sit there forever, right? Like, and wait for them to try to join the Axis, and they never would. It was craziness. But now they actually join you earlier. You know, thank you, developers, for finally fixing that. Now let's go ahead and keep on rolling. As you can see, my Italy has pushed down into the United Kingdom, and you know, they're doing work down here. You know, I'm actually kind of proud of them. Normally they don't you know, do anything good. So, as I said, Bulgaria. Look at Bulgaria go. Oh, look at that. Did I say Romania on that last one? Did I say Romania instead of Bulgaria? I said something. But hey, all right. Our Cast 2 is now done. Let's go ahead and do our naval bomber 2, and let's go ahead and keep on going. Now, Turkey is going to constantly, you know, berate you with these things. It's up to you. It does take away from your production, so just be warned. All right. Demand military access through Bulgaria. They will obviously say yes. They're not stupid. And then our 75 centimeter pack 40 is now done. Let's go ahead and do improved artillery 2 now. Let's go ahead and keep on going. Everything goes according to plan, because what are they going to do? Say no? Now, it's up to you, but if you wanted to, you could send troops down here to Africa. Like, I used to send tanks down here. I don't like losing tanks. They take forever to build. They cost a lot to build. Why lose them down here in the desert? You know what I mean? Like, you can sit here and borrow, because right now Hungary and Romania are both our puppet. You can borrow their troops and send them down there if you wanted. So that's up to you. So Atlantic Wall is now done. Let's go ahead, drop down here. Air Innovation 2, lock it in. And let's keep going. Now, our spies right here, we want to go ahead and move them over here to the USSR. Go ahead and add them right here into Moscow, whatever spy you got. As I said before, kisses come first, then guns, then hats, all right? That's the template you guys should be sticking to. Just make sure that you guys don't pick spy with no trait on them at all. It's kind of a pain in the butt to build them up. So, as you saw there, we kind of messing them up here in the channel. See, like this is the problem with the AI version of the UK, right? They sit here and they just they have their fleet rolling through here constantly. It's craziness. And then we just sit here and keep taking. I'd rather lose 6 ships for 6 destroyers, or I'm sorry, 6 ships, 6 casts compared to 6 destroyers any day, right? I'll take that trade-off all day just to mess them up. So Yugoslavia seeks to sign the tripartite pact. Let's go ahead and agree to that bad boy. Hungary bomber competition. This gives us plus 20 air XP, and let's go ahead and keep on going. Now, let's look at all this. All right, Italy, German technology treaty. Go ahead. An excellent suggestion. This gives us a plus 100% research to mountain infantry 2, and it gives us 35% cost reductions in our naval doctrine. Let's go ahead and lock that bad boy in. Demand Slovenia has been bypassed. You can go straight to Fate of Yugoslavia. The one thing I got to tell you is, though, they have to love you. All right, they have to love you to the point where they are willing to give up their country for you to do whatever, because there's 3 options. You either take all of it, break them up into two different puppets, or you take half of it and then have Croatia as a puppet, right? Which is really weird, because Croatia is up here and then you take all this, which is kind of weird, you know, kind of like this part is all the German Reich right here. So why separate it? Like, it's not connected to the German Reich at all. It's weird. So, as I said, we got that unlocked. But so those are the 3 options, and they have to really love you in order for you to do that to them, or in order for them to let you do that to them. So make sure that you are doing improved relations on them. And I know this video didn't really go over anything, but that is time for us. So if you like this content, go ahead and make sure to give us a thumbs up. If you really love this content, make sure to go ahead and click on that red button down there that says subscribe. And if you couldn't get enough of this content, please make sure to share this video to other gamers that are having difficulty, especially with the German Reich. So that's all for today, guys. Keep on living your dream, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.